Folks, we are here with Danny, who's been on the streets of Dublin for how long?
Since I was 9 years old.
Since you were 9 years old?
Yeah.
All right, Danny. Well, tell us roughly your story. What happened to you?
It's the usual typical story. I had my mother there, and my father left when I was 1. He was from. My father actually was a Donegal man, and my aunties and uncles on my dad's side are actually they're all from Donegal, and my dad had his own company and all, but he never did want it for me because him and my man never actually split. They never actually they split up, but they never actually got what's it called, you know, when they get married and they...
Divorce?
Yeah, they never got a divorce. So he wouldn't give us any money because he thought that my ma was trying to get his money off him, and he didn't want that off the cunt anyway. So like, yeah, even when he knew I was homeless, he didn't want that to do with us. But he died of cancer anyway. Yeah, and my mum was left with us, and I was in care. I was put into me, and there's 8 of us.
8 of you, yeah?
Yeah, there's 8 of us, and we were living in council places. And even when, I can remember from when I was a child and I was 2 and 3 years old, I was going around, I was living in Haven House, everyone never knows where that is. Yeah, and you'd be walking around the streets all day and you'd be lucky to get fed, and there's just nothing but violence. And it's just, it was basically just horrible. And then my mother, God bless her now, she's clean. I love my mother, but she was getting a lot of violence. She was getting beaten regularly by her partner. He's dead now, and but he really, my mother's lived more than, I'd say, she's lived more than once. Yeah, like, because she didn't deserve the life she got. But like, even when I was young, I'm not a hero or nothing, but I'd stand in her way, yeah, and I'd take beatings for her, you know, like, because we'd come back and the door would be locked up in the room, and it wasn't me dad, it was a partner, and we banged the crap out of her. But we ended up having 2 kids with her, and then my ma...
Who was that?
Colin Fisher was his name. Fisher was his name. He's my man's partner, yeah.
All right. Well, Danny, let's get back from the beginning. So were you born in Dublin? You're from Dublin?
Yeah.
All right. Did you go to schools? What schools did you go to?
Yeah, I went to Sing Street when I was young.
All right. What's that?
Yeah, Sing Street is up in off South Circular Road, and it's actually a great school. It's a boys' school, and it was a good school, you know. Like, we had lady teachers and all that, you know. Like, so
what
like,
skills did you get there?
Well, they taught me how to read. They taught me how to, like, you know, do all that.
Like, just basic knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, basic knowledge, you know, like up to like 6th class. But then through all the violence that I was going through and all, I was very just very wild, and you know, I was just very wild and just very like messing around all the time and wouldn't do anything, like, because you can't concentrate on stuff when that's happening. But one of the teachers came down and grabbed me and put me straight through a window nearly, because he was an ex-guard, yeah. And then he dropped me onto the ground, and I just ran out of school, and I never went back to the school then. So I left school then when I was like, I don't know, I think it was 9 or 10. But
did you go to a college? Or was it just,
no, I didn't.
Just primary school, and that was it with your education?
But my mother started drinking because of the beating she was getting. And then my sister...
You started to drink?
Because...
It was you?
Yeah, but my mother was drinking heavily, yeah.
Right, you were drinking heavily.
No, my mother.
Your mother was.
My mother, she started, right? Like, I'd come downstairs in the morning and she'd be there. And she would sit on the couch downstairs, yeah, because
Right.
she gave away her rooms. But then I'd come down the next morning and she'd be gone. And we wouldn't see her for 3 or 4 months.
Your mother would be gone for months.
Yeah, but it wasn't her fault. It was the violence that she was going through. I do not blame my mother. I love my mother. My mother has a heart to go. She never done anything wrong. All she done was run to get away from the violence. Yeah.
I see.
I want to emphasise that my mother done nothing to harm me. She couldn't do anything to help me, and I was too wild. So she came back, and we went into another a place where it's a battered wives home place, yeah, and there's women in there, and like they would text you like from that when men come in drunk looking for their wives and all that, like men who are violent, brutally attacking women, you know what I mean? So like, and then so after that then there was murder between me and my sister, because my sister is like older than me, and she started with me ma. She started drinking then herself, yeah.
Right.
And then
your sister started to drink herself.
yeah, she started
Right. So
drinking.
I see the alcohol was a big problem in your family.
Yeah, huge problem.
Was your father drinking as well?
My father left at 1.
Oh, right.
I told you that already. I said
sorry,
that already.
so he left. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
he left at 1. Yeah.
Okay, right.
And like he had a lot of money, but he never done anything to help us. You know what I mean? And then that's when my man got a violent partner, and then that's where she started drinking.
Right,
You know what I
I
mean?
see.
But I don't blame her, because how can you cope? You need something to cope. Why do people do drugs? Because you need something to cope with. I'm not saying that people don't understand what they don't understand. People say, oh, you're only a effing junkie, that's it. But they don't understand the reason behind it, because they've never been there, you know? Yeah, maybe they just don't see it right, yeah, you know what I mean? But I don't like, none of us like it doesn't bother us, because there's good and bad people out there anyway, yeah? So, yeah, so then after that then, so back to the story, so then my sister started drinking, and then I started drinking, yeah?
Right.
And then I was moved up the tally, yeah, right? And I was getting fiercely bullied for years, yeah, right? I'd be called out for the game of football, and I'd get the shit kicked out of me for fucking like about 20 lads to jump on me, you know what I mean? Yeah, and like this was happening like daily. I couldn't go out. I used to have to for nearly 2 or 3 years, I had to jump over the back wall and run around the shop, because there was just lads killing me all the time. So then, so I started drinking, and then I thought I was invincible when I was drinking, and I'd go out and I'd be starting to fight, you know what I mean, with everybody.
Fights?
Yeah.
You were fighting.
Yeah, I was fighting with everybody, with the wrong people, like, you know, and then something bad happened, and I think it was God telling me, look, because I believe if God wants you to know something, yeah, he's going to get a bag of bricks, and he's going to throw them off the top of the house, and he's going to hit you straight in the fucking head, and he's going to wake you up. You understand? Yeah. So the only way you learn, the only way we've learned in our lives, addicts and other people, yeah, is the hard way. There is no easy way for us. You know what I mean? And I don't condone hard to think some addicts do. It's wrong, but everyone's different. But they have to do that because that's the way they are, and
right.
It's just a horrible place.
Did you say addicts? Are you an addict?
Yeah.
You've got the issue.
I'm an ex-addict at the moment, yeah. I'm off hard on 20 years. I gave that up myself, I used to be on tablets. I don't take tablets. I get them with myself, yeah. That's only recently, yeah.
Okay.
And I got me on. Then I got my own place and all, yeah. And then yeah, I was doing well for a while, yeah. And then just I got pulled back onto the streets again. And then it was just more.
Pulled by who?
Just was by boredom, you know what I mean? By boredom.
Boredom, right.
Because Peter McFerry, God bless him, picked me up off the ground when I was 16 years old. I was being on the streets on my own since I was 9.
You were 16 years old when you ended up on the streets?
No, I was on the streets when I was 9.
9?
Yeah, 9, yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah. And
it's unbelievable. How did you manage that?
How did I manage? Well, I had no choice. So.
You had no choice?
No. So, when I was 16, McFreddy picked me up, yeah, and brought me home to his place out in Bray. And Peter McFreddy, have you heard of him?
No, who's that?
Well, Peter McFreddy is a priest. He's a Ballymun boy, and he's actually from Newry, but he came up here to help the homeless. And if you get talking to any homeless people, they'll always ask me about McFreddy, because McFreddy has done. Everybody has a different thing to say about McFreddy, but he has. When I was 9, he put me up, and he was my father.
You're right. You met him when you were 9, right?
He reared me, that man, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's done a lot for me, yeah. And he's a great man, and he does a lot for the homeless community.
Is he still in Dublin?
Oh yeah, still at Ballymun.
What's his name?
Peter McFreddy.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's helping homeless people in Dublin.
Oh, he's helping them since the 60s.
Since the 60s, he's
Yeah.
still doing that.
Yeah. Well, he's going to step back, yeah. And there's Peter McFerry's Trust, and I had to say this because Peter McFerry Trust were very good to me for a while, yeah. My leg, I have ulcers on both of my legs, yeah. Right, and my leg, I had to get an operation on my leg, and the skin was taken off my left leg, right? I had to get my leg dressed 3 times a week, or else it goes, all the pus comes out and it smells, and it's disgraceful, yeah. And
all right, so you've got something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's.
What happened to your leg, Danny?
And when I was using heroin, my so-called friend was it was my own fault, but he was great at being able to shoot up, yeah. So he was great at being able to get me, but he had no patience in the morning, and he just like stick it in my leg and push it, and said he'd get me, yeah. And I believed him, and he done that all the time for about 10 years, yeah.
Stick your leg?
Yeah, he just put the needle into my leg and
with heroin.
Yeah, and just pushed the heroin into my leg.
Okay, so it's kind of, you've got infection in your leg.
Yeah, exactly. And then all broke up. Then I moved into a flat, and then I got very depressed, and my legs started smelling, and this is an ongoing problem. And Housing First are doing nothing for me. They're not helping me. They gave me a house. Basically, I put last week, for instance, I was in hospital. I came back, right? There was no electricity. I had no food. I had no clothes, because they done what's called a deep clean. And a deep clean is you go in and they clean out the whole flat. My computer, my Xbox 360, that's gone. Yeah, right.
Why did they do it?
They're supposed to be just cleaning the flat, but the company just came out and took everything. And they took all my bags of clothes out of the press, all my best track suits, everything, turned them all into a truck, yeah, when I wasn't there. I came back, there was nothing there in the house. The house was empty. Yeah, everything was gone they had, yeah. And
Right.
And then I had to pay €100 to get my electricity back on. It lasted for 2 days, yeah, and now yesterday I put in another €100 and it still says that I owe €60. So,
I see.
So I don't know what, and Peter McFreddy Trust will not help me at all with this. They won't buy me clothes. Like I have one running on, yeah, and there's no doctors, there's no nurses coming out to do my legs, yeah, right. So my legs are going to bits, and I'm probably going to lose my leg, right, because of this, yeah. And I'm getting no help, and they're telling me that I'm getting a place, and this place is just, I fell through, and that's all, and that's all I kept getting. Yeah, I just wanted to put out that there that they're not helping me, so everybody knows now that like I've been there, I'm with them. So anybody who thinks that I'm wrong, come there 5 minutes in my shoes and see what it's like being in there. I know what it's like being in there. I'm not putting anyone down. It's not one person. It's the whole. It's the whole thing itself. So, thanks in anyway. And this is the first interview I've ever done. I'm not giving out too much, because I don't really like doing this kind of thing. But I think, basically, I just wanted for this part. I think addicts need to be treated with a lot more help. There's 12 and 13-year-old children running around the streets, putting heroin into their bodies, and guys giving away clothes off their backs to get heroin. 14 and 15-year-old girls are coming up and asking people who are selling crack cocaine, they're asking if they gave them a rock, would they do sexual favours for them? And most of the lads won't do it because we all know each other and we're old school, and we would not do that. We would not do that to children, you know what I mean? And we just tell them to go F off, basically. Yeah, but it is other people out there who would take advantage of them. And like, it's disgraceful, and like there's 3 or 4 girls that you can actually ask. I told you I'm not a superhero, but when Father was in this wheelchair, I stopped these packy guys and the three colour guys and a packy guy, yeah. Now I'm not racist or anything like that, but I was just going down the lane, yeah, and next of all there was a girl on the ground and they were about to pull down her trousers. I pulled out a knife and I sliced a man's face, and the 3 of them ran. So I actually look after the girls around here, you know, in town, and me and all the lads who do be around here do look after the girls, you know what I mean? But like, they're just lying on the ground, man, you know what I mean? And like, old men are trying to take advantage of them. Like, they need security, they need stability, they need places to go at night. They need places to go at night, and like, and so do the young lads. 8 people in one room is not helping anybody, and I know it's a mess, but like, I can come on for days and days, but that's really an important thing I think I need to get across, yeah, that we need to be looking out, and like, it's terrible, but since the crack has come in here, this town is actually, it's a lot more violent, but it's a lot cleaner of people using, because they don't leave needles all over the place with blood all over the place. They just smoke it on their like on their pipes, yeah, you know what I mean? And that's it, you know what I mean? And it's just not nice, and I just think like people who ring for beds, like they should just get a lot more beds for like especially young girls, you know what I mean? And like do something about it, because it's a disgrace, and it could be your son or it could be your daughter. And like, I hope you take this, and this from the bottom of my heart, that like, I love my people, and I am a drug addict, and drug addicts are my family. They've been my only family who's ever been there. Now, there's people who I don't get on with and people who I do get on with, but that's just life, I suppose. And there is help out there, so I hope you can reach out for help. And a lot of my friends have died in the last year because of fentanyl coming into this country and has killed them. My best friend, Rustin Madar, God bless him, he died not so long ago. And to all the guys who have died through drugs and who have died recently through rows and arguments, God bless us all and all your families and wherever you're from. God bless us all, and I hope we can all get along and just try and make Dublin a better place for everybody. And that's me. Peace out. Thank you very much.
All right, Danny. Thanks a lot for sharing your story. That was some tragic story, you know. It's not easy.
That's only the start, bro. That's nothing, bro. That's just, you know what I mean.
Just the beginning of it. Yeah. My gosh, I don't even want to know what's the end of it. But how is your leg now? I mean, what's this?
It's gonna fall off, mate.
Falling off?
Yeah, basically.
Are they not going to cut it off, or?
I don't know. I'm going up tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow. Yeah. Danny, let's just, if you don't mind, just tell me about Dublin these days. Now, you know, you get a lot of tourists coming, right? Yeah. Where are they coming from in Dublin? Mostly, like, are they Americans, Europeans?
Just along.
Yeah.
That's the going. That's the going. That's still on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can edit all that bit where we were talking, yeah.
Okay, you want to finish the interview as such. Can you
No, remember when I said peace and love to you all, yeah? Remember when I said peace and love to you all? Remember I said peace and love to you all,
yeah.
That's all from me out, yeah? Just edit it there, right? And
can I not keep this part as well?
Yeah.
About Dublin, just
no,
Dublin safe.
No, right, but I want you to like stop that, yeah, right, and then say, and then I met Danny, say, a few days earlier in the, say, Danny done this, and then,
Danny, you don't mind me just
and then he extended it this. No, mate, I wanted to cut this, man.
Okay. All right, Danny. So let's get back to the interview now, yeah?
Okay.
All right, Danny.
Now you promise me I'm gonna cut that, right? Yeah. Right.
Danny, where are the people coming from to Dublin? The tourists.
Tourists.
Yeah.
And it depends, basically, and everywhere, basically. And they come over here and like they fucking wreck the place. They're throwing bottles all over the place, and then like you have to get up the next day, walk down the street, and like people have their babies with them, and there's fucking bottles on the ground, and like what if they fell and like blood went on and like they cut their hands or something like that, you know. And the people who do come over, right, are mostly English people, and as I said, I have no way, I have nothing against anyone, yeah, right. But the English can be lovely, but they can also be effing dickheads, to be honest. Right?
English?
Yeah, the English, yeah. They come over the most to the coast, some stag deals, right? But because at night time, so on Friday and weekends, yeah, we go around, yeah, like, because we're homeless, right? Like, we go around, right, and we ask people at the pubs and all when they're drunk, yeah, we ask them for money, you know, like
right.
to get food, to get beds and stuff like that, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and some of the English people are just dead sound, like, you know, like, and like they give you like €50, like, you know what I mean?
Very generous.
Yeah, but then you get other, like another group of guys who'll just tell you to like fuck off, you know what I mean? Like,
I see, so you get all sorts of people basically.
Yeah, and basically, they're basically, like, I'm actually bigging them up because they're the only people who really actually give us money. You know that, like, yeah, they're the people who really actually give us money. or tell us to fuck off. So we don't mind being told to fuck off because they're being out straight. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And because like, if we went up to an American person, they're not going to give me a hand.
No?
No, yeah, like you might as well be on a different fucking
So
planet.
the English are more generous than the Americans?
Oh, a lot more. Mate, I wouldn't even ask an American for anything.
Really?
No, man, no, not a
I'm
hope.
surprised to hear that.
I ask the
actually.
English because the English are like us, they're as common as us, man. You know what I mean? Like, and they know, like they go through the same like thing as us. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like, we're just like the young lads who are on the streets obviously don't come over here. You know, we do get a few strays, but like they don't come over or that, and like we don't see that part of England. We just see like the older lads, you know. So like the older lads are like, like they're great guys, you know what I mean? And like and some of the men, like, and any other tourists, mate, or honestly, I don't even know. Like, I wouldn't even talk to them, to be honest. Yeah, and. Do you know what's really pissed me off, mate, right? And I've never been an addict, I've never been a racist man in my whole life, right, man, yeah? But I can tell you this, right, man, yeah, right? I didn't like Pakistani people, right, yeah?
You don't like?
I didn't know.
You didn't know them?
I didn't know them, and all I heard was like that they beat their wives and like, and you know, all this stuff, and like because of what my man went through, that's why I didn't like them. But when I'm begging, like, you can't, like, it's very hard to walk around and beg. I use my head and I go down to a place on the quays, and everybody knows me, like, even the bus drivers know me, and I go up and down the quays, and people give me money out of cars, and the taxi man, and the people who drive the taxis are the coloured men, are the blacks, yeah,
right,
and the Pakistani guys.
I see.
And they're the ones who actually give us the money.
The Pakistani guys.
Yeah, Pakistani guys and the black guys. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, but sometimes like there's a lot of them like who don't, and like. How can they come to our country, right? And I don't mean this in a racist way, but how can they, if you just understand this, right? Like, you have a brain to understand this, right? So, if they come to our country, yeah, right, and they're driving a lovely car, right, yeah, and obviously they have a family, yeah, right, because that's what they're working for, and they have a home, right, yeah, right. Why do they, and they're able to give me money, but my own Irish people aren't able to give me money, yeah? And they're driving like shitty cars, not brand new cars, yeah. But Pakistani guys and the coloured guys are driving brand new cars,
right?
Yeah, right. They have beautiful houses, yeah, and they won't help us sometimes with anything at all, you know, like, and they just put the window up in their face, you know what I mean? Like, if they didn't come into this country, they wouldn't have that. So we're being hypocritical of us and not helping us.
Right.
We help their kids, so why can't they help, like, me? You know what I mean?
I see.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I have two boys that I've never seen, you know what I mean? We were never married, but if you're with someone after 7 years, they say I'm married, don't they? I was I grew up with travellers my whole life, yeah. Travellers are like, you know travellers.
No, I don't know that one.
Travellers are
Travellers, yeah, the
yeah.
gypsy travellers, yeah.
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
a lot of them in Ireland, don't they? They come from Ireland, don't they?
Yeah, they come from Ireland and England, yeah.
There's a lot of them in the UK as well.
Yeah, and actually they're good people, they're very good people. I grew up around them my whole life. Yeah. But like you hear them shouting and roaring, like, sometimes, like, they're kids, you know what I mean? And they're like, in Ireland, there's fucking nothing to do in this country. And then you look at the big lads, yeah?
Yeah.
Are we alright, yeah?
Yeah.
So, right, you look at the big lads, right, who have cars and stuff like that, yeah? And that's what they want. And I'm, like, always talking to them as well, right? Because, like, I'm not a miracle worker, but when I see them, I just try to talk to the kids, yeah? And I tell them, look, mate, I tell the kids, look, no, I wouldn't even call them kids, right? I'd just say, look, lad, right, you're only a kid, mate, yeah, right? You're only down there a few days, yeah? It's, when I send them drugs for a few days, it's great, yeah? But then, if you F up and you owe someone 30 grand, yeah? And you're at the, like, losing it, or someone's at the robbing it, yeah? They don't care, you know what I mean? They're just gonna fucking put a bullet in your head no matter what age it is. You know what I mean?
Is there a lot of like gun crime in Dublin?
Yeah, but, well, there's not a lot of gun crime, but you can see a lot of stabbings coming on.
A lot of stabbings,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, like it's getting like England, like, you know what I mean?
Like London.
And it's vicious, it's brutal, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and then again, I just blame it on the government because they don't give the kids anything to fucking do. You know what I mean?
The government doesn't do anything about that.
No, they don't help. And like, the Americans come over here, oh, we love the Irish, but they don't do anything for us. And then the Pakis fucking like ignore us. I was waiting 2 Christmases ago, yeah, right? I was waiting 2 Christmases ago, right, yeah?
Pistols.
2 Christmases.
2 Christmases,
ago,
right?
Yeah, right. Up at the Bellegarde, right? The Bellegarde, right, is a big roundabout, right, mate,
Right.
there, right, yeah? And it goes up to Tala, and that's where I'm from, yeah, man? And my mother lives up in Kiltipper, and Kiltipper is in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's up the mountains, yeah? It used to be just all mountains, but they made apartments up there, yeah, mate? Right. So, I was sitting there with my bags, all my presents, looking as fresh as fuck, yeah? On beard off, everything, yeah, right? Haircut, looking fresh, mate, right, yeah? Had all my presents, everything, right, man? And like, not one black guy, not one gypsy, oh sorry, not gypsy, sorry guys, not one Paki, not one person at all would pick me up. For an Irish guy came back 2 hours later and asked me what my name was, and he says, where are you going? He says, I seen it was 2 hours ago, he says, I couldn't stop, he says, I had to go and drop a granny over the other side of the other side of town, yeah? Like, so we had to go from the Red Cow all the way up to like Dorset Street, yeah? And that's a long way away. But he came back 2 hours later, yeah, because the taxi wouldn't pick me up. Why?
Right.
Why? What am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna like jump out my wheelchair and like leave all my presents there, rob them and like run off? And how the fuck am I supposed to do that? You know what I mean? So the man came back after 2 hours and he brought me up and he actually gave me €50. That
Oh,
guy
right.
did, the taxi man.
He gave you €50.
Yeah, he gave me €50. Yeah.
Was he
You
a
know what I mean?
Pakistani guy?
Yeah, what?
Was he from Pakistan as
No,
well?
he was an Irish guy.
Irish boy.
He was an Irish guy, yeah.
Alright,
But I'm not
alright.
gonna tear them all with one bush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, and it's about the march as well, yeah. That was like, the march was like horrible as well because it was what I thought was racist, but when I thought about it, it's not. Because any shop we go into, I'm just, oh, you have to go back out, we don't have to give a reason. And they barred me in 3 shops already. Yeah, okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, well, that's not what happened. That's all it's saying, that bloody subject anyway, yeah.
Yeah, Danny, right. And if there's somebody watching this video and would like to help you, is there any way to contact you?
No, not really. If they could get through to you.
What about?
Just if you could help me put money towards getting my leg fixed. And I'm not trying to scan me, or you see me
Yeah,
leg.
of course.
Can
Yeah, I know you.
Can you come on camera and tell them how bad my leg is?
Well, I know it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I need money for furniture, and like I need money to, like I've no clothes, I've no food, I've no electricity, like I've just basically an empty flat that I can't see even, like I don't even know what's going to happen, and it'd be lovely obvious to reach out and help me, but if not, thank you anyway, and the money will be also passed on as well, because we'd like to help other people on the streets as well. Yeah. So if you can help me out with anything at all.
Have you got an email, Danny? Email or
No,
a phone number?
I haven't, no.
So it's just like the case finding you on the streets of Dublin.
Yeah.
And helping you, like, yeah, seeing you and finding you on the streets, because there's no contact for you, right?
No.
No email either.
No.
Oh. No. All right. Well, so that's the only way. And if somebody, what would you give an advice to a young person or any people that are thinking I'll be all right on the streets, because you've been on the streets for a long time? What would you say to people who are thinking about I'll be all right on the streets?
You won't.
They won't be.
I've sent so many children back home, and they've come back and told me, yeah, you're dead right. It's good that I went back, because I'm now walking, and kids, look, please listen to me. I know you've heard this all the time. Look at me. I was a good-looking guy years ago. I was 13 stone, 6'3". Like, look at it. Look at the state of me now. Yeah, I'm in bits. I'm ashamed of myself. Yeah, right. I am ashamed of. I only got name my mother, so I'm not gonna name my family, because it's just so embarrassing. You know what I mean? And like, all I do was wear these clothes, and then I'll just just throw them away and just buy clothes when I get my welfare, which isn't much. That's gone in half a day, and I want to I do not do drugs. I do not do drugs. I just want to get a place, settle down, and I'd like to start helping.
Vlogger Zupa. Vlogger Zupa. There was a boy who was sincero. There was a boy who was sincero.